Okay. Welcome to our 675th weekly conference. Today we're going to be going over divisional issues, promotions, and developer questions, even though I am the only developer here at the moment, but never mind. So divisional issues, Dobbs told me since he can't attend, he's got one thing. Let me have a look. Apparently there's going to be an AIA emergency conference held when he gets home. Not sure what time. That'll probably be in about an hour or 2 hours, depending on what he's doing, because he didn't even tell me if he's at work or what, but he's doing something right now and he'll be holding a emergency AIA conference. Do any other divisional leaders have any issues they want to discuss? I know some things are going to be addressed during the AIA conference, a few things that have been brought to my attention as well, regarding a few incidents. I don't think there's anything else regarding the other divisions though. No? Okay, promotions, let's have a look. Who's been recommended? Are we doing AOA or what? I don't even know.
Yeah, they'll go into AOA.
Alright, so AOA is actually working again, wow. Okay. I think one of them's definitely 3 recommendations. It's only one person going into AOA this week. Jesus Christ. Why am I a field agent recommendation? Fuck. We've got a field agent recommendation. Is anybody else getting recommended for AOA? Apart from like the one person that's been oh, actually, yeah, one more. Let's have a look at Overwatch. Literally no Overwatch recommendations. Wow. Okay. Guess I'll die. Is that the list, Pyro? What's the rank of?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the list.
Jesus Christ, only 4 promotions. This week's gone downhill. Okay, so we have 3 field agent recommendations apparently. Would dylanjkl, Dr. 𝐏𝐑𝐄𝐒, and 𝐑𝐄𝐀𝐃 like to come forward? Congratulations, you've all been recommended for field agent by the officers. You'll be getting promoted to field agent. Congratulations, you can jump up and down very happily now and go and take a seat. We have one officer recommendation for the AOA. Purix, would you like to come forward, wherever you are? You don't have to be excited just yet. You can come forward. Come forward. Okay, you're getting promoted, well, not promoted, but invited into the AOA where you'll be able to do the program, get promoted to officer. If you pass, you can jump up and down in happiness now. A bit more jumps, please. I mean, you should be pretty happy. Okay, you can take a seat now. That's it for promotions, apparently. Is there seriously only one recommendation for... Jesus Christ, okay. Developer questions, I guess, or actually conference questions. Does anyone have any questions about the conference or what's happened today? If not, we'll go on to developer questions where you ask the questions in the Discord channel. Okay. Let me open the channel. Shit. There we go. The conference questions channel is now open. You can ask questions. Question from the guy with 5. Just a gun script emoji. I don't know. As coded, I don't actually have a clue if that's even being worked on or if it has been worked on at all. ARD officers. Eventually. If your question isn't serious, an officer is going to strike you, so don't ask ridiculous questions, you're just wasting time. A new trailer when the city is released. I've already said on stream that would happen. Will there ever be an armored unit division vehicles? Vehicles are in the city. I don't think they'll be in the wasteland unless the wasteland gets revamped. The armored unit division maybe as an anti-citizen riot control unit or something. I don't know. New anti-exploit script when? Whenever that becomes a priority. Will there be a shooting range? I'm sorry, you're in, what rank are you? Senior operative, and you haven't even found the shooting range, which is already in the border, literally outside of the armory. Will gun delays be fixed when shooting, I mean? That's server-side lag. That's what happens when you have an 80-player server and everybody's shooting weapons at once. The fact we're even able to have 80 players without consistently crashing every 5 seconds is quite miraculous. Ammo boxes. That was going to come with this gun script, but I think it's coming next gun script now. More ammo for the Remington. How many bullets does it even have? I'm not even quite sure. City. Ask Nevermind. I mean, I haven't even seen it once, so I've already said this. I haven't seen it. I don't even know what progress it's on or anything like that. Where did all the questions go? Oh. Can we get first person? Yes, use your scroll wheel. AEGIS Engineering Division, they will keep with AEGIS power and doors functional. The doors don't go dysfunctional to begin with. There might be a power reactor in the city eventually, which the raiders will be able to destroy or shut down temporarily, where you'll have to like reconstruct it or whatever. Can an experienced SDHD plus get the silent sniper? The silent sniper is ridiculously overpowered, so probably not. Please can the gas name for CZ131B be changed to CZ131A into the lab? No, because I still view it as B, not A, because apparently ARD just decided to change it to A. I don't know when, I don't really care. Another city emoji, like I said already, ask Nevermind. Fix SC shotgun, because sometimes it's broken. The shotguns are broken at the moment. I don't even know why, because unless Roblox broke them, because everything else works correctly. When will Nevermind give City leak? I don't know. Will you ever take measures to stop exploiters from getting into the ARD lab? Considering ARD should be there quite a lot, since that's like their primary purpose, is experiment on people. And, you know, the only other thing they do is really stand at the border and, scan people that come in, or deal with outbreaks. But you should be at least one ARD in the lab at all times, so you should be seeing the exploiter come in and, do stuff like that, especially since it's very obvious because there's a massive gas sound every time it happens. More facilities in the border. Probably. More events other than just zombies. There's not really that much else we can do. Personalized level 4 AIA clearance. Why would AIA need their own clearance card? No other division has one. The only thing it would be used for is the interrogation room, which is just a waste of time. Get scopes for the guns. Why? Maybe something like AOA, but for Overwatch. No, because the people that get accepted in Overwatch should be qualified already. Because they would have went through AOA to begin with, and they should just be ready for Overwatch by the time they get there. Are you able to attend the emergency AIA meeting, Chairman? More than likely. Since Dob has Betty buys a lot earlier than me. When the city comes out, will others be able to join AEGIS who are not in AEGIS currently, or will that not be an option? There'll be a rank restructure. Basically, civilians will be the initiate rank. Initiate rank will be removed. Then to get promoted to initiate, instead of getting accepted through past processing, you'll have to get a point, which will be done by some other form of like the past processing system, but it'll be all like redone and revamped. Will we ever go to Hitscan weapons? Depends. Because personally I just find them a bit boring. Literally every war group on Roblox uses them at this point. Bit generic. More sniper ammo. Don't miss your shot. When will their promotional video on YouTube to spread the name of AEGIS? When will there be? But never mind. Probably eventually. I don't know. I was thinking about making a video like that, but it would all be in studio, so it would be high production quality. But I'm not quite sure about that. Attachments for guns. I've already went over that. Not really necessary, unless a flashlight. Actually, because my Deagle has a flashlight, that was an experiment. The flashlight's pretty cool. I might add the flashlight to the majority of weapons. Update the videos in introductory series. I mean, everything is in the videos is just like a brief outline. You're not meant to like literally follow them to the letter. Like obviously there's going to be changes. If I was to update the videos, I would literally have to update them literally every month. So it wouldn't be beneficial. Instead of a riot division, you should merge it with MDF since we are upfront in combat. A riot shield would be nice. MDF on like riot control, what the hell? MDF are special forces. They get put into difficult scenarios. They're not like enforcement or anything. If anything, site control would be the most qualified for like riot control, since they are literally site control and are meant to deal with internal affair matters in the scenario that it's team killing or whatnot. They're meant to restrain the person and deal with them, Remove cuffs from PKSF. Now, why the hell would we do that? That's literally a core part of the protocol, that whenever an Overwatch member or the personnel that they're protecting is AFK, they use the cuffs to extract them in like a combat scenario. It's like essential that they have cuffs. In the time needed to be in a PKSF tryout, did the tryout stop because the conference started? I don't know why anyone would book a conference. I mean, not a conference. Anyone would book a tryout just before a conference in the first place, but never mind. Will there be a supply room where there are like food supplies and ammo and stuff, and Field Agent Plus gets permission to go out in the wasteland and get supplies? Also, if the food supplies run out, you run slower and walk slower, and ammo supplies are kinda obvious. There might be supply drops in the future, but in terms of a supply room, I mean, probably not. There might be like an ammo supply room for you to refill your ammo eventually, since, you know, the only way to get ammo back now is by resetting. Will the scope on the 𝐑𝐄3C Centurion be functional ever? No, there's no need for it. The recoil would be absolutely astronomical, so a scope would be impossible to begin with. The gun's literally like an assault rifle, not a sniper rifle. It's not meant to scope. Can you give people a warning to stop the people from making fun of PKSF? Who's making fun of PKSF? If they do that, you just kill them. I mean, that's your job anyway, to kill people. Infantry division. Infantry spelled with INFI. Okay. No. What the hell? I mean, technically every single division in AEGIS right now is infantry based. It's not naval or air force based. Silenced MP5 for AIA. The only reason I didn't add that to AIA was because, you know, what do you call it? I think it's SDHD already has it. But yeah, give MDF an SDHD level 4 card. You don't need a level 4 card. For what purpose would MDF and SDHD require a level 4 card? They're not meant to go in the tower, and they're not meant to go in the prison or ARD. SDHD even less so, because they just, you know, guard the border and guard the towers, sniping hostiles that get too close, and scouting missions into the nearby towns. They never take prisoners. MDF occasionally does if, you know, it's required, but usually they bring it back to a site control member where the site control member can deal with it and then give them over to AIA for interrogation. When will the lockdown system be fixed? I don't know. Yeah, Jevon was working on something where it was like, you know how the AEGIS uniform has a touchpad on the arm. Basically, a GUI would come up every time you pressed a certain button, and you'd be able to lock down parts of the facility without even having to go to the site control room. But yeah, as for that, I'm not too sure. Make the torture chair be available for annoying initiates. I've already said, don't make stupid suggestions. Will you increase the point requirements for ranks again? Ranking up in AEGIS is way too easy. Yes, eventually. We need to make it so it's balanced enough so you actually feel like you're getting promoted, but balanced enough that you don't get to EFA in literally 1 week. Well, it's not 1 week anymore, it's more like 2. Add more jobs such as maintenance crew or cleanup. Purpose? They don't have anything to clean up. Seems irrational. Where was I? Maybe a separate training site, a copy of the border to make combat more easy and less laggy. I was working on a training site at one point, but decided against it because the situation would be non-realistic. But a copy of the border. I mean, some divisions use private servers. They're only like 100 Robux a month, cheap as shit. But other than that, at the moment, probably not. I don't see the point in making a separate game. I mean, yes, there's sometimes lag, that's because of the gun scripts though. But then again, even in a combat situation, you're going to have to deal with lag. So it only seems realistic to have the lag during the training. If you can fight in laggy conditions, you can fight in basically anywhere. EFA equals 185 points. I'm pretty sure it's already higher than that. I'm not quite sure. Field Agent 100, 155. I don't actually... What even are the rank boundaries? I know they're quite high. More protocols in terms of what guidelines, or... Because divisional protocols are made by the divisional leaders and are changed accordingly whenever there's a new divisional leader put in charge. Can you make first person look really nice? Example on this would be like Phantom Forces. Not really any reason to do that, apart from immersion. That would be the only purpose of it. Where was I? Okay, you could start hosting events like hostage rescue and stuff. That's a part of the Overwatch GUI, but it's a bit finicky. Maybe in the future. We've done events like that in the past. Larger hangout to facilitate trainings. I mean, the hangout is already quite large, enough to fit at least 50 to 70 people in a training, especially since there's two pits for the training purposes. Create a new division called Frontline Standard Infantry Division, FLSI. Why? Can optional courses be offered to the AEGIS Academy members, teaching them how to be a good AEGIS member? There is videos that you can watch in relation to that, which will teach you how to do stuff. Damage logs, I hate it when a cadet randomly shoots me and I'm at the front gate. That's mainly because there are a bunch of trolls. Not much that can be really done about that. With it, like with any group, there will always be the minute few who try to ruin it for everyone else, which can't be prevented really, because they can like just pretend to be interested in the group, get into the group, and then fuck everything up. But Coded wants the guns to be third person guns, not first person. Stop asking for first person. They want the guns to be third. I mean, third dimensional guns are a lot easier to make and maintain. Also, with third person guns, you can just zoom in and they'll work exactly the same as a first person gun script. Just the first person doesn't work the other way around, so it's a lot easier to facilitate third person guns to the majority of people who want it, because at least you can choose if you want first person or third person. With first person, it's forced. If you're a third person shooter fan, then you won't be able to do that because it'll be forced first person, so there's no point in that. Hosts who hosts trainings spent a lot of time taking names down. Can you make a command where you can copy the names of all personnel that are team training? I'm not quite sure if Roblox allows copying to clipboard via just clicking a button, but I'll look into it. Coded ones. Okay, I've already read that. Did someone just delete the message? Make it so you can do more than 2 trainings a day. When will the new 2 trainings a day? No, because then you'll get promoted so ridiculously easy that it would be a joke. It's already so easy to get promoted to EFA within 2 weeks if you try hard enough. When will the new updates for MDF come, or will there be any? Probably in terms of morph. Yes. In terms of layout and guns, no. You've got your... People are deleting the messages and it's annoying. I keep losing my place. When will the new updates see off? Since FA don't have flashlights, but all the lower ranks who spam them do, why can't we just get rid of flashlights for lower ranks and give them to FA plus or divisions? Well, you see, if you see someone spamming the flashlight, that clearly means that they're like, not mature enough to be in the group. A lot of the things that we'll have are just detections for people who are an idiot. So if you see someone spamming the buttons in that, they get banned permanently and aren't allowed to ever rejoin the game. It just helps us find people who aren't going to be mature in the group at an early stage rather than, waiting a while. Make it so you can... Actually, the thing is that AEGIS is very much trust-based. We are one of the few groups who do give out like a large amount of trust to people in terms of giving them, real guns which do just kill people rather than, guns that only kill certain teams and stuff. We are very trust-based, and anyone that breaks that trust is permanently banned, removed from the group, But the people who do follow and do follow the like guidelines are allowed to stay, and you know it's a lot less intrusive. But yeah. Find a way to make shift lock and sprint compatible. That would mean we'd have to like completely rework the shift lock to make a custom script, because Roblox doesn't support you changing the keybind for the shift lock. You'd literally have to make your own shift lock and then disable the Roblox shift lock. Allow moderators to ban. I'm pretty sure you already can. Will PKSF have a role in the city when they are not guarding a VIP? The peacekeepers. Take that as you will. Keeping the peace. Is that a yes or a no? Figure it out. Stylix. That's an answer. Automatic ban from the server after 15 warnings. I'm pretty sure you get banned after 4. Will grammar be enforced more often and punished more when not? I mean, you do get punished for not using grammar. You'll literally get, like, reprimanded for it. Will coded fix the armor script? What's wrong with it? Will PKSF get level 4 cards so when a VIP goes into the prison? I'm sure. Do PKSF not already get level 4? If not, that'll probably be changed because, you know, their job does require them to do stuff like that. Will a guideline be created when there's complete chaos? There already is, especially for infection protocols. But in terms of complete chaos, what do you mean? When the whole site's like being destroyed by zombies? Or I mean, that I suppose that relates to chaos. Border Control Agency. There's already actually a secret division called the AEGIS Border Security Force, ABSF. Derek is a part of that ABSF. Nobody else is though. Create some defense like mounted heavy weapons and cover like in Stargate. Stargate SG-1 was a very good movie series, but if you mean like the heavy machine guns that they have mounted behind the armored turrets, we used to have turrets and it went extremely badly because quite a few people, you know, just used them to literally blow people up who were coming towards the border. If you're a very old Border 2.0 veteran, you would know about the turrets. In the late Border 2.0, the turrets were still there. They were just deactivated, so they were just like, you know, monuments, but you would have saw them. They used to function correctly and used to blow people up, and it went wrong. So, depends how I would implement that, because if they were like the other turrets, which had a large field of view and a large radius of explosion, probably not. But if they were just like machine gun turrets, maybe. That's going to do for the developer questions. Thank you to everyone who has attended this conference today. You can do what you usually do every conference now. You can move back to on-duty communications if you're not antisocial. You can go back to the border. If you don't go back to the border, I will find you and demote you personally. Thank you for attending.